Hello, RT Bear here, coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios. Yes, I've been having a little bit of YouTube problems here, so I'm hoping I can get you guys all back. So if you have been listening, I have been trying to do reviews, just trailer reviews on Wonder Woman 1984 and Ghostbusters Afterlife. So technology being what it is, you just keep trying, and eventually you get to where you need to be. So I hope I took care of all the problems. If you're coming in late, one of the things that happened is I was doing my first half of the review, which was Wonder Woman 1984. Got all that done. It was all good. Chat was chiming in, getting some good questions going, getting some good insight. And then my screen went blank and I got the little swirly like it's trying to power up. And then a pop-up came up and said that I didn't have enough Wi-Fi. So what I did is I ended the broadcast, and then I closed it down, and then I opened up another StreamYard and tried to do the second part, which I thought, okay, the first part was Wonder Woman, the second part will be Ghostbusters. This is kind of working, like part one, part two. And then people in the stream was like, the first one never went away. It's still going live. So apparently, for some reason, when I ended the broadcast, it didn't register as it was ended. So it seems like it was still going out live. So I apologize for all the little mishaps, and I hope to get you guys back because now we're into Ghostbusters territory, and it seemed like you guys were really into Ghostbusters more so than the new Wonder Woman trailer. Just don't tamper with it, or no moss. Yeah, I pulled both of them down. So I think it was Sketch Therapy said just to make them private. It's the only way you could do it because it wouldn't let me end it. So I couldn't end the streams. I just had to put them into private. And then eventually, I guess it just stopped because I kept checking the main page, my main YouTube page. So they stopped, and then as soon as they stopped, I just deleted them. So they are dead. They are dead forever. So that first half, the Wonder Woman review, it's gone forever. So if you were lucky enough to hear it first time out, then you will be the only ones that ever hear that. That was really weird. It's so weird when technology almost, it's like it has a mind of its own, and there's not an override switch. Like sometimes you don't have an override. And I thought if you just even shut down the tab, that you would shut down the broadcast because the tab is the broadcast. So not only did I end the broadcast, but I also closed the tab that, the StreamYard tab and the YouTube tab. So I thought, well, geez, that should be enough, right? But apparently not. So it kept going. So thank you, Sketch Therapy, for telling me about just to click on private, and then eventually it goes away, I guess. It did in my case. So that is cool. So I apologize, you guys. So we have Slick Rick here. So thank you. I hope to get some people back in here. That would be cool because now we're going to get into part two of the reviews, which is going to be Ghostbusters, which also looks like, to me, it looks like a superior movie. It really looks good. But we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. Let's see what Slick Rick says. He's always got some good insight. You lost so many times that people won't get notifications now. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. All right. Well, it's just gonna be you and me, Slick. It's just gonna be you and me. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I think you can get 3 notifications a day from a channel. Well, this would be the third then, because there was the first one, then there was the second, and this is the third. So I don't know, maybe I'll keep my fingers crossed. So anyways, even if it's just you and I, Slick, then that's the way it should be. That's the way it will be. It's our show, baby. from here on out. All right, man. So here we go. Let's get into some Ghostbusters territory. So let me screen share. Boom, boom, ba-da-boom. And so we have, oh, you know what? I want to get into the cast first. So I hope you can see this. We have Bill Murray coming back. We have Dan Aykroyd coming back. We have Ernie Hudson coming back. We have Sigourney Weaver and Annie Potts. I think that's the original cast. The sad thing is I'm still hoping, but we don't have Rick Moranis. So it seems like with Rick Moranis, it would be the perfect cast, reunited, and it feels so damn good. So let's see who else. Okay, so we have Bill Murray, we have Finn Wolfhard, and he is from Stranger Things, and I believe he was in that It movie. So they are definitely grooming that boy for some greatness. And so we have Paul Rudd. Anything with Paul Rudd in it is a better movie. Carrie Coon, I'm not sure what she's going to play. And these other people that I have no idea who they are. So so it looks like we have the original cast back. In the trailer, I'll get to it, but it doesn't look like the original cast are in the trailer yet. But it's more or less just a teaser, and I believe that the movie is coming out in the summer as well. So I think July 10th. Yeah. So then here we go. I believe this is the trailer for the new Ghostbusters Afterlife. So I'm going to have to kind of play a little bit, and then I'll talk over sections just because I don't want to get dinged by YouTube. And the earlier problem, I don't think it was because I got dinged. I think it was a Wi-Fi problem. So anyway, here we go. All right. Some kind of open spaces. Looks like a period piece. Unless those somebody just didn't upgrade their pickup slash what would that be, like a pickup truck slash station wagon looking thing that they had in the 80s, I think. So it looks like some kind of crappy Ford. And so we got a bunch of kids getting out. It looks like that Finn is there in the foreground. So they're old enough to drive. And wait, what was that? That happened really quick. That was a little too darn fast. Let's go back a little bit. Okay.
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke.
Okay, so they're completely broke. So he had to move from probably the big city. It's usually the big city to a small podunk town because that's all they can afford. So it's not good. It's not a good endorsement for a small podunk town that the only people that live there are people that are broke and losers. All right, so mom's very concerned. Rent is overdue. How is she going to make ends meet? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so we have a toolbox, and we have some, this looks more contemporary, like this luggage with the wheels and stuff. I thought this was supposed to be a period piece. Maybe not.
And the only thing that's left in
Oh, okay, so this looks more modern day. Wait a minute, we're all over the place. Okay, so this looks more of a modern car. Okay. So they moved to Scary Haunted Mansion. So this looks like the Addams Family house. Look at all the antennas and stuff and all the tech on the roof. So you know that something else is going on here, and that barn has seen better days. I'm just saying. So I don't know. At the very least, this house looks like it needs a paint job.
this is creepy old farmhouse our grandfather.
Okay, creepy old farmhouse that his grandfather.
I left us in the middle of nowhere.
So what period is this? What kind of car? It looks like a contemporary car.
Why'd you bring me up here?
Why'd you bring me up here? She wants to make out with you, dude. Duh. All right, so this is some kind of looks like some kind of oil field, like a drilling platform, or uh-oh. Uh-oh, something's going on here. Some kind of hanky-panky. Even though this kid's poor, he's getting the chick. He's getting the hot chick. Oh no. Oh no, what was that? What happened? Screen went black, just like earlier. I thought YouTube was having their way with me again. Okay. These kids look contemporary. This does not look... I thought this was a period piece.
What is that?
So those kids just have an older vehicle, I guess. I guess, you know, old house, old car. Uh-oh. I see a green glow. Dudes, back off. Wait a minute. This is not an oil plat. What is this? This is just a hole in the ground with some kind of elevator. I thought this was like some kind of oil derrick, but it's not. This is interesting. Uh-oh. That's never a good thing. If you see a green glow in a Ghostbusters movie, it's never a good thing. Wow, this is pretty darn elaborate. I wonder what's in the ground here. And why these kids chose this area. Is it just a plot convenience? We'll find out. Oh, shit. Oh, snap. Blurry vision. Okay, now we know it's Sony. And to be honest, Sony doesn't have a very good track record right now. They need a hit. This company needs a hit. Otherwise, Disney's going to buy them. Oh, Lady Columbia, you've seen better days. Okay, this is a town that looks like there's contemporary vehicles. I thought somebody said this was a period piece.
Is it anywhere near a tectonic plate?
Okay, it's just an old town that hasn't really seen any updating in a while.
There's no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music.
All right, that's a little bit of a plot foresight right there. There's no fracking. That's a contemporary term.
It's shaking on a daily basis.
Well, that's really shaking, buddy. That's called call your local congressman and get some people out here. That's not normal. That's not normal behavior. Okay. As they say, the shit is hitting the fan. And look at this, you guys. There's a book, like there's a bunch of books that are stacked here. Could that be supernatural? Could it be? Weren't there books stacked like that in the first movie in the library? Callback? I don't know. Let's find out. Wait, is there another stack of books over there? Yeah, leave that place. That place is not going to stand. It's going to fall down. Carry your bags out, though, dude. Don't set them down. Oh, under a table? I don't know, man. I would have ran out of that place. Okay, mom's scared. All right, there's this other little girl with the glasses on. Looks a little familiar, like she could be a relative of somebody's. All right, they're scared. Something's going down.
Hey, remember that one song you got under a table?
All right. I do believe this is going to be our main character, or at least one of them. This is going to be one of the new Ghostbusters. Ooh, she's smart.
I found this in my living room.
She's clever. Oh no. Oh no. I think we all know where this is going. It's a trap. All right, she's bringing this into her science class. She's going to get some feedback from her way above average friends in as far as IQ. It's always a movie thing. Like these kids are like, Einstein level smarts. All right, so she's getting the class's feedback. I like the pedal that's in the foreground.
Oh, killer.
Killer. Oh, Paul Rudd. Everything you do turns to gold.
Replica.
A replica? What?
What?
A ghost trap?
Wait a minute. How did he know? Did you hear the little piano, the little scary piano? Ding 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 ding. Didn't remember when Bill Murray goes into Sigourney Weaver's apartment and does that little piano thing? That's what that sounded like. That might have been a callback. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm just watching, just like you. All right. So, famous dad. Let's hope, from the writer and director Jason Reitman. Let's hope he's following in his dad's great footsteps, the great Ivan Reitman. And let's keep going.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years.
What is that up in that? Wait a minute. There's something. I can't move back. There was something in the corner.
New York?
All right. Do you think this one kid's going to be, this Asian kid's going to be a Ghostbuster? So this is going to be like the little Ghostbusters or young Ghostbusters? Who are you going to call? Little Busters. So there's computers. This is definitely contemporary.
From the 80s? It's like what?
Okay. Oh, so he harkens back to the 80s. This looks like...
Dead.
Oh, it is. Look at that. Those guys. Look at the hero. Look at the hero walk. Look at that. Would have made Captain. Look at that. That's right there, Dan Aykroyd. That is Chris Evans level strut right there. That is no wimp. That is a hero, my friend. I've been slimed.
Your dad?
Your dad.
Not mention this to you?
It's just my mom.
My dad is a dirtbag and he left us. It's always, the dad's always like a dirtbag dad. Hollywood loves that. Oh, what is that? Looks a little Egon-ish. Ooh. Wait a minute. That's like that's a fireman's pole. There's another little clue. The mystery house.
Grandfather died.
Grandfather? I wonder who her grandfather was. Let's keep going.
My mom said,
Ooh, spores. Remember he collected them? What are all the... I can't read some of them. I wonder if there's any marshmallow. They should have one that has a marshmallow sample in here. Does that say fluff? Maybe that one in the bottom is... It couldn't hurt them. Something from my childhood. Uh-oh. That looks familiar. Could it be a proton pack? I don't know. I don't know. It does look like one, though.
loves life.
Ooh. Never cross the streams. I wonder how they learned that one. Probably the hard way. Oh, no. Green. I told you guys, whenever you see green, it's never good. Oh, look at the trap. That is so cool. I want one of those. Holy shit. That's right. I said it. He drops it. He cannot believe it. Black again. Who are you kids? You guys know something. Something's up. All right. Wait. Does it? Oh no! It says Spangler. For some reason, YouTube clicked me out of the smaller Spangler. All right, it's official, you guys. We have relationship. This is the granddaughter. Next summer, the movie you wanted. All right, mining. Okay, so it is a mining. So it's not a oil, so it's mining. They're probably mining that mineral from Wonder Woman that I showed earlier that no one will ever see again. No trespassing, open mine shafts. So this little girl is taking it into her. She's going against this no trespassing. There's a bicycle. Very very Steven Spielberg. All right. So her basically Dan Aykroyd is this other kid here that's in her science class. The kid with the cool hair and the awesome motocross bike. Wait a minute. That's a motorized bike. Oh, these guys are inventors. That thing looks cool. Has he got like little goggles and stuff, little protective eyewear? If so, why aren't they driving this thing? I want one. I'm just saying. My cousins had they had little mini bikes, the little lawnmower engines on them with a little brake that you pushed on and actually pushed against the tire. Very, very, very dangerous, but fun as all get out. All right. So is this going to be the third Ghostbuster then? So are we establishing the young Ghostbusters? He looks a lot older than the other two though, but it's okay because they're really smart. So wait, would this be the Bill Murray character? He didn't seem smart assy enough. He didn't have the quips, but he did have the chick appeal. He's like the chick magnet, just like Bill Murray was. Just like Bill Murray was. He sort of was a chick magnet. He's just a horn dog. Let's just say that. He was a horn dog. It's a little iffy if he was a chick magnet or not. Okay, so is that possibly our three principals? Our three Ghostbusters?
Call it law. Call it karma.
Call it karma. Who's talking?
I believe that everything happens for a reason.
I believe that everything happens for a reason. Who's saying that? I don't know. Was it that old guy there? All right. We have some kind of supernatural phenomenon happening here. Oh, Paul, look at your middle-aged gut right there. For all the world to see. Whoa, that's not green. That's a golden color. We're going into uncharted Ghostbusters territory here. Wait a minute. Is that one of those dog things? Could this be Rick, or is it Rick Moranis? Or Sigourney Weaver got turned into one of the dogs too, didn't she? I don't remember. But this is not good. There's no front windshield in that car. Come on, darling. He's talking to the car. That's what you do when your car doesn't work right. You talk to it. That's everybody does it. Don't pretend you don't, because everybody does it. We used to have a Rambler Nash station wagon, and my mom would sweet talk that thing just to get that POS onto the freeway. Yeah, she could sweet talk. I know how she got my dad now. Wait a minute. It didn't even look like he had to work very hard. It just turned right over. The Ecto 1? New York City? I wonder. Yes. For everybody keeping score out there that's thinking about making a trailer for a movie based on a franchise from the past, this is the way to do it. This is pretty good. Wait a minute. Was that Slimer? Wait a minute. Where did he get into the picture? Wait. So did he come flying out of that thing? There's too much happening. Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit. Okay, so there's a gunner chair, which is cool. They didn't have a gunner chair in the movie, so did they? Did they have one in the cartoon, maybe? Okay. Man, if their parents knew where they were. These are definitely kids that don't have helicopter parents. Yeah, there's some kind of ghost flying out of that. Is it a movie house? I don't know what the hell that thing is. But it doesn't look like Slimer. Okay. That is... Wait. Is that Slimer in the left corner? He's kind of out of focus. So maybe that could have been him flying out too. You never know. You never know. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is cool to see them kind of outside of New York City too. New York was really, really cool, but this is a pretty interesting backdrop too. So I'm getting a real Super 8 vibe here, a real Stranger Things vibe, which is not bad. I like both of those movies. All right, I'm sold. 2020. So it's July. So June we have Wonder Woman 1984 and Ghostbusters Afterlife in July 10th. So this is looking pretty good, you guys, for the summer. This is the first time I've looked forward to a movie in a while. Both of these movies. I think Wonder Woman's going to be a little bit harder sell for me because I mean Ghostbusters is already kind of a weird concept, but Wonder Woman's a little bit more. It's weird, but it's a little bit more anchored, a little more grounded, I guess. But there's some weird stuff in that Wonder Woman that they're going to have to get me past before I sign off. The invisible plane and that hawk woman outfit with the wings, not cool at all. Oh, we got some of the chat back. Thanks, you guys. And I apologize to all for the problems early on, the technical problems. Yeah, those are out of my hands. And, you know, I kind of learn as I go along. So thanks for being patient. And thank you so much, Sketch. I see you in the chat now. So thanks. The only way I could stop that thing is to privatize it. So you were right. It kind of like became a beast of its own. Like the only way I could shut it down is that way. Like I ended the broadcast. That didn't work. I closed the StreamYard tab. That didn't work. I closed the YouTube tab. That didn't work. So it was a beast that was not going to die. So they are permanently shut down now. So if you guys heard my Wonder Woman trailer breakdown, then you are the only ones that will ever hear that, have heard that, because it's gone forever. Forever. There was another one before that. Oh, wait. I got to go back. Art No Moss. We got Slick. 3 LOL. Oh no, there was one before that. Oh, okay. So you're talking about okay, just to back up, because I don't know if you guys were in here. I was commenting that I might not be able to get you guys back into the chat. And then Slick said, because if you have 3 different streams going up and you close them all down, I guess notifications won't go out. So I'm still learning, and thanks, you guys. You guys seem to know more than I do, and that's not good. I will educate myself. Art killing the streams tonight. Literally. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. Yes. And you know what? The night's still young. I could kill this one as well. You're back. Yay. And thank you. Thank you again, man. You were very helpful. Yeah, El Camino. But somebody, I thought I heard somebody or I read somewhere they were saying that the kids were from 1980s too. But I guess not. So I guess they're going back and revisiting the 1980s as informed or as far as the original Ghostbusters story. So then the rest is present day. So that makes sense. We got Shinto back. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I think that Hollywood is just kind of bankrupt as far as new ideas. You know, they really do need to start checking out some of these Indiegogos, especially something like Chrono Mechanics, because I think Chrono Mechanics would definitely fill the void for the next, Ghostbusters slash Men in Black, because I think it could definitely fit into that that kind of caliber film and scratch that itch as far as the people's want of those type of ideas. So the the Addams Family barn and the Addams Family house, man, that barn looked like it was falling down. It's weird, like in California, if there was a structure like that, they would tear it down just because of liability. And it's so weird when you see these old these films where they go into the Midwest or something. Like they won't even tear down the dwelling. They'll just keep it up and just, I guess, wait for something bad to happen to somebody that walks in. Okay, so we have Slick. They may as well have just got the entire cast from Stranger Things, then added the remaining Ghostbusters ones. Yeah, I mean that cast is pretty charismatic and they work really well together. I just think that they want it to seem the same or have the same kind of appeal, but they don't want to seem like they're ripping anything off. Which anybody who's been paying attention is going to realize that you're borrowing from other ideas, other things, Stranger Things, perhaps. Laugh my A off. I thought YouTube was having their way with me again. They always have their way with me. Sometimes they use lube, sometimes they don't. Yeah, I took it there. They should pull Sony out of the... Yeah, you know what? At this point, I agree. Sony is probably the biggest liability that this franchise has. Amy Pasquale has shown nothing but contempt for a lot of these IPs and contempt for white men. Just to be honest, I'm glad she's not in charge anymore. She greenlit a bunch of bad ideas. Because from what I understand, this Ghostbusters idea was, there was a previous pitch, I think that Dan Aykroyd and Ivan Reitman made to Sony that was more inclusive, actually. So there was kind of a legacy story idea where they were passing the torch to a new generation of Ghostbusters, but they were diverse, truly diversified. So there was a man, a woman, and I don't know who else was in the mix, but it seems like that's really what you need to be inclusive. And so it wasn't enough for Amy Pasquale, so she decided she wanted to make it a feminist statement, especially at the cost of men and all the men in the cast, which is what she did. And she succeeded in her goal by isolating men and sticking with a female agenda film. It's somebody, I think it was the Critical Drinker, was saying, or maybe it was Midnight Edge, was saying that Paul Feig is really good at like doing parodies. So he could do spy parodies and like the Hangover parodies and things like that. So he does those films good. And that Ghostbusters structurally feels like it's a parody. His Ghostbusters feels like it's a parody. And I think it was Midnight Edge had a great observation. They said if he would have just not called it Ghostbusters and called it something that was kind of like Ghostbusters, it could have worked, because then it would have felt like it was a parody, and it would have felt like that they're definitely nodding to the first Ghostbusters or the original Ghostbusters, but it wasn't Ghostbusters. Where they got into trouble is that it seemed like a parody. They had an agenda attached to it, and they used the Ghostbusters name. And they used the Ghostbusters name, but they also called it a reboot. So it was a reimagining or a reboot of the original story, meaning that they were going to override the original. And I think that it was just the perfect storm for things to go bad. Yeah. Oh, are you guys talking about that poor kid, that Finn Wolfhard or whatever his name is? Who's remaining adult? Ratatouille, Pixar. Wait, what is this? What is this, Nin? That kid is the kid version of Kylo Ren. Oh, yeah, he is. Is the adult version of Linguini from Ratatouille, who is a Pixar version of Hiccup from what is that? Hiccup is from How to Train Your Dragon, right? They all look the same. Yeah, it's definitely kind of an icon. And actually, that kid, if he has some kind of, I think he is in a band. Actually, he could be. By the time they got around to making a Chrono Mechanics movie, he could be a good Doug. He definitely has the nose for it. I don't know. I know he plays guitar or bass. I wonder if he can sing. He could be a good Doug, because I want Doug to be an actual musician. I don't like it when they have like people do voiceover, like they're like lip syncing to a song. I actually like it when the actor is doing the singing, and there's enough talented people that can do that. Yeah, so yeah, perfect. Big nose, short face, no chin. That's Doug. Yeah. They need more eye candy in movies these days. Too much nerdy dullness. So you didn't think Egon's daughter or granddaughter was hot enough? I don't know. The original Ghostbusters, I mean, was Annie Potts hot? I don't know. I thought she was kind of average. And Sigourney Weaver, I don't know, man. I think she's got something. She's got some kind of charm, and I do like her, but I would not say she's eye candy. So I don't know. I don't think the original Ghostbusters had any eye candy, and it did well. You want eye candy, dude? Watch that Wonder Woman movie. You'll get all the eye candy you want, because that Gal Gadot is charming and gorgeous. She's not just beautiful; she's actually gorgeous. Up, 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 up. Shut off thing, exactly. Kid from Shazam. Yeah. They definitely have a type that they keep employing. Yeah, but maybe they live in Hicksville, USA, so maybe they don't have tight fitting pants. Who knows? Okay. I miss the old days in Hollywood, coming up with. Oh, okay. Here we go. Slick Rick has. I miss the days of Hollywood coming up with new ideas and not relying on nostalgia, like Chrono Mechanics. That's what she said. That looks like a proton pack. Yeah, it does. Based on this trailer, it definitely does. But you know what? I think the reason this trailer is working for me is because they're definitely rebranding it from the girl power Paul Feig Ghostbusters. So they didn't go with all the bells and whistles, you know, big over the top Ghostbusters stuff yet. So they're kind of building it based on character, location, and mystery. So it does feel different, and it sets it apart. The trailer sets it apart from the previous one. Like I said, the Paul Feig one. So I think this trailer is kind of designed to create distance and to try to rebrand Ghostbusters, because I definitely think it is going down that route. And actually, if you want to give something credit, don't even give Stranger Things credit, because Super 8 had done it way before Stranger Things. And actually the Spielberg movies did it, you know, Goonies did it before that. And actually the old Disney adventure films did it prior to that, like Escape to Witch Mountain and those type of movies. So I just realized Escape to Witch Mountain, that old Disney film, is E.T., is the Spielberg E.T. movie. It even has like those kids, those two kids are aliens, right? And so it reveals later that they're aliens. And so there's this Winnebago or whatever they call those things of the past. And it's going to this police lineup on the single highway. And they're going towards this mountain, kind of like in Close Encounters. And so this old guy's got to get these young kids to there to meet its mothership. So they're basically were left behind or whatever, like E.T., and this old guy is helping them get to the mothership. And so what those kids do is they levitate that SUV or whatever, or RV, I guess, over the police barricade, and it flies over just like ET did with the bicycles in Extraterrestrial. So yeah, these are all derivative ideas, but I do think that derivative is, it can also be iconic. It can also be like just things people want to see, and they want to see it generationally speaking. They want to, you know, every generation likes these kind of these adventure films. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Just in the day, there was maybe one or two. Now it seems like if there's one movie that succeeds, then there's a half a dozen of them that has a similar premise and idea. So it feels like you can burn out on it quicker. But I think these kind of stories have existed for a long time, and they're all derivatives. Let me see what Slick says here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any characters from this trailer. Just seeing like atmosphere, Stranger Things, nostalgia, and original for the original so far. Yeah, you don't really get a hint of the character, you like the kids. You get the sense that the one is misplaced. He's a city boy that has moved to the, more of the country type environment. So that's also, iconic. It's been done before. And then you get the smart girl, that probably isn't very, like she's kind of an outcast. She's probably not understood very well. And then I get no sense from the other kid other than he's probably going to be the Dan Aykroyd, because it looked like that bicycle or that motorbike was created by that kid. So he's probably the more like gearhead. He's probably the guy that, he's like the Chrono Mechanics, like knuckle busting wrench turner. So he'll probably build things, and then the little girl will be more of like Egon, like Spangler. And then they haven't really established a Bernie Hudson character. It'd be strange if they made that one girl that was flirting with Finn's character at the beginning of the trailer the other member. But there has to be four, man. There has to be four. So we still have to see who the fourth member is going to be. And the thing is, I just don't know that Finn actor, man, that guy's got a tall order, because to try to replace Bill Murray as the likable a-hole, the quick-witted, likable a-hole, good luck, man, because there's nothing in that guy's past history that I've seen that even gives me a sense that he'll be able to do that. Don't fix on us sketch. Okay. Draken, whatever you're saying right now is wrong. As always. Let's see what else I don't know what you were saying, but I'm definitely right. Of course. I won't let you go public domain anymore. Chrome mechanics in black and white to go public domain. What does that mean? They won't let it go to public domain anymore. Then you would let Chrono Mechanics. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe you're talking about like Ghostbusters and those other IPs. Probably. Yeah. There's definitely some. Well, I think he's going to be the inventor one. So he's going to be smart. Like all the Ghostbusters were, well, two of them were. Bill Murray's character understood enough of what they were talking about that he could have a conversation with them, but they didn't really imply that beyond that he was that smart. Bill Murray's character was, he was the showman. He was the guy that sold it as a business, so he was kind of the salesman of the group. So the other two were the actual Ghostbusters that did the work. And then, he was, Bill Murray's character was the face and sold everything and commercialized it and branded it, actually. So I don't know if that Finn character, because it doesn't seem like this is that type of story that these kids are going to start advertising, because that's one of the big parts of the original, and that was fun, and that's where Bill Murray's character came in, is that he was the face. He was the guy that sold Ghostbusters to the general public. And so I don't get any sense of that in this. So I'm not sure what that Finn character is going to be, other than, it looks like he's the guy that's a little more gutsy. He'll take chances. He's like doing donuts with the Ecto one and all that stuff. So, other than him being maybe the risk taker, and maybe the more alpha character. But other than that, I don't see the Bill Murray type character in place here. And then the other character, I guess, can just be, like in the original Ghostbusters, the Ernie Hudson character, they just needed an employee. The business was getting too big. So you got the idea that they were just overwhelmed and they needed somebody to come in to help out. And he understood enough, and he was street smart enough and desperate enough that he joined in. So that was the Ernie Hudson character. So I don't even know if they speculated a fourth character in this mix. So, and I don't know how they're going to get the legacy characters in the original Ghostbusters. But that will be the next trailer. And this is still pretty early on, because this isn't coming out till the summer of 2020. So we still have some time. But I think it's a pretty intriguing first trailer. I think it shows promise. It shows way more promise than, what was it, the 2016 Girl Power Paul Feig flop that came out. So I think feedback on that was pretty bad early on. I think there's a lot of people that are in favor of this so far. So I don't think there's any missteps. We'll just have to see where it develops from here. So that's a plus as far as I'm concerned. I would like to actually be looking forward to some movies for a change. I didn't even go see Spider-Man Homecoming at the theater because it just looked like a run-of-the-mill. I didn't go see Captain Marvel either. Last summer I didn't see hardly anything at the theater, and that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad when I would love to take my family to the theater, but there's just nothing good. There's nothing out there. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Uh Wait, what is this? Miller is part Asian. Care to restrain your opinion? Draken. Wait. So what's his I think I missed some stuff here. Oh, the all Asians are smart, obviously. So Sketch still type in all caps. I muted him. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Ghostbusters won't go. All right, so we got that. So Durakin says 3 of the 4 Ghostbusters were supposed to be PhDs when PhDs meant something. Yeah, you got the sense that Bill Murray, he was smart. He got his degree, but he was just not actively using it. So he could understand the other two when they talked, but he just wasn't like really involved, like hands-on with any of the real stuff. He was more of like his plot development and moving things forward was more of the face man, the public face of Ghostbusters. So Hollywood are lazy. Okay. Man, Slick is on fire again. Hollywood are lazy and scared right now. I'm tired of being down on the movies, but what they're producing is so uninspiring. Yeah, I agree. They need chrono mechanics. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep saying that. Dan Aykroyd's characters are parapsychologists. Oh, making him smarter? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he necessarily came across as smarter. And he was definitely using his degree just to score college girls, which was pretty sad at the beginning of the movie. It was funny when he kept zapping that other guy, though. Sorry, wrong. Even though he was right. I watched 2016 Ghostbusters on a 16-hour plane ride. I've never felt so trapped and hopeless in my life. Yeah, some pretty bad stuff in that movie. Egon is a microbiologist, but I guess his was more like the ecto goo and all that other stuff. But he was also supernatural. His stuff went beyond that. That guy understood all that stuff. Yeah, the engineering is the smartest. I think the engineer was definitely the Dan Aykroyd character. He's being sneaky about his smartness. I don't know, man. Those 3 characters were the Marx Brothers. They were the 3 Stooges. They were perfect, man. They were so freaking good together. Yeah, even Harold Ramis, which we didn't talk too much about, R.I.P. Those are going to be some hard shoes. All those guys are just comedic geniuses, the original 3 Ghostbusters. Okay. Oh, you know what? There's somebody just posted a Time Masters article. They said something that it's 30 years today or this week or something like this. So the original Time Master series I did for DC is 30 years old. And I don't know, I always had a love for time travel, but that book was definitely the perfect book for me at the time because I got to, bring in some ideas and help flesh out, the time travel aspects. even though the DC time travel aspects were pretty much ironed out, but we got to add a couple things here and there. And the coolest thing is just the Time Masters title, because I think that was it the DC World of Tomorrow, or what is that TV series? I only watched it. DC sent me some copies of it. I think I only watched a couple episodes, so I don't really remember what that DC show was. I think it's still on the air. But they call those guys Time Masters. So it was pretty cool. I got like a buyout. They like DC Warner Brothers. They did like a buyout for the usage of all the comic book material in Time Masters, the series, the 8-issue series. So that was pretty cool. So I feel like there's a little part of what I did in that TV series. Peter Venkman. And Peter Venkman had a nemesis, that guy with the beard. That he was like the go-to 80s villain. Who was that? I don't remember the actor's name, but he was in Real Genius. I think he was the bad guy, and I think he was like the journalist bad guy in even Die Hard. He's the ginger with the beard. He just looks like a complete a-hole. He's probably like a sweetheart of a dude, but he always plays like just jerks. I wonder what that guy's doing. They should dig that guy up and bring him back for the movie. I don't know. I think that they just didn't give Winston much to do, because he came in kind of the end of the second act into the third act, and he pretty much was an employee of Ghostbusters. So, he was kind of coming into his own towards the end of the movie, especially when they were talking to the mayor of New York City and stuff. So I think you got the feeling that Winston was going to be a lot more. And I think in the second they showed Winston, he was basically, he hung out a lot with, is it Stengler? What is Aykroyd's character's name? They did a lot of that more hands-on stuff, which I thought was cool. Bearded Ginger. Yeah, a bearded Peck. That's his name, Peck. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Thanks, comic book legend or comics legend. I should start wrapping this up, but you guys are a lot of fun. Let's see. What is this? Nin says, Draken, oh well, to each his own. Is this in wasn't good by any measure? Oh, wait. Fury Road. Wait. So somebody's saying Fury Road wasn't that good? Wait, where is that? Okay, so let me back up. So did Nin? I watched who said that Fury Road? Oh, okay. So I'd rather watch Ghostbusters. Oh, okay. Then 2016. Okay, so and then Nin says, I didn't like Fury Road. It wasn't great, but Ghostbusters 2016 is awful. I don't know. I kind of liked Fury Road. It was short on plot, but it was big on action and spectacle. So I thought I liked it. The only thing I didn't like is that Mad Max was just, he wasn't even really a main character. And that actor, is it Tom? I don't know his name, the actor. I don't really like that guy very much. I think he's pretty flat. And I don't think he brought a very good Mad Max. I mean, was it Mel Gibson is perfect. All right. Winston equals token black guy. He got a better character in the cartoon. Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, I just don't think they gave him, he didn't have much to do in the plot. So I mean, other than making him one of the original four, or three, that's the only way they could have changed it. But I got the sense by Ghostbusters 2 that Winston was kind of coming into his own. And if they brought him more into the cartoon, then that's cool. I just don't think, I think, he didn't have the background the other three had, so he wasn't going to be able to participate the same way as the other three. Uh-oh, now we're going into Fury Road. Scrolling up. Yeah, that's me. Fury Road was never scripted, only storyboarded. That's why writers hate it and artists like it. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I don't always go to the theater for like heavy plot. Sometimes I just go for spectacle, and that movie definitely delivered on spectacle and testosterone. That movie was pretty nuts. I like all those cars flying all over the place, and I thought it had a good art direction as well. It was the best art direction out of all the Mad Max movies. That's for darn sure. Can't punch a ghost, I guess. All right, you guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry if there's anybody coming in later that saw the Wonder Woman preview, trailer preview that I did. I had to kind of pull it down just because it was getting out of control. It became self-aware. It would not shut down by conventional means. I had to pull the plug. You know what? Even if I pulled the plug, that thing was still going live because I ended the broadcast. I killed the YouTube stream. I closed out the tab on StreamYard. I did everything. So now Sketch Therapy held me, and he said, just if you hit the private button, then you can kind of at least pull it away so people won't see just a blank screen. So that was very good. Thank you so much for that, Sketch Therapy. I appreciate it. Shinto says thank you. And he says, Laydor. You can make it. Oh, wait. So you can make it public again now. It won't be live. Just lose the views. Oh, okay. I think I pulled the whole thing down, though. But it's okay. I mean, I'll be up tomorrow. I'll still be doing these things. So it's all good. So if you guys haven't checked this out, please do so. It is Chrono Mechanics. It's the labor of love. It's a concept that I've had just in my collective being for the last 15 or so years. It's a great story, great characters, very, very original, very unique. It's way outside the box. So if you guys like unique and different, which all I hear is everybody saying how much they don't want this, to be like this, or they're tired of all the remakes and they're tired of all this stuff. Well, guess what? Chrono Mechanics is not those things. It is a completely original world. Like, I was going over some of the drawings for the sketchbook, for the work in progress sketchbook, and just the amount of just trial and error and sketches and, trying to create this world and create these characters. There are hundreds and hundreds of drawings. So there's a lot of work that went into this. So if you guys could, please check it out. Better yet, back the book. I believe we have till this Saturday. So please check it out. And you guys have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.